Hello, beautiful people of YouTube. Hope everybody is doing well as possible and high spirits as possible. Welcome, welcome. We're going to go ahead and check in with the collective energy here. See what's going on with you. See what messages are coming through. Definitely feeling called, and especially feeling called by this deck. Changes. I'm seeing some changes coming around. Some of you could be working on some of you could be working on healing or recovering from a masculine in the past, okay? This could be father wounds. This could be a masculine you were with. Could be some kind of recovery, purging taking place. It doesn't have to be for everybody. As always, please only take what resonates. Of course, if something is negative or confusing, you can always cancel, clear, reject it, and leave anything that doesn't resonate for whoever else is here. What messages do your spirit guides have for you? Clear and concise, accurate, vibrational, truthful, healing messages for you. For you. As always, you guys can email frequencyoftheheart@gmail.com for personal reading inquiries. We go pretty in depth with you there. Okay. What messages do your spirit guides have for you? Your angel spirit guides, vibrational, truthful, healing helpers. Ooh, the Chariot. What messages do they have for you? Ooh, the Magician. You could be manifesting a very great success, a great victory right now, okay? This could be very fast. The Chariot is very fast moving. Well, the Sun on the bottom of the deck. Something that's very happy for you. It's almost, I'm hearing getting all of your ducks in order, ducks in a row. It's almost like you're calling in two manifestations here at the same time, okay? Or two areas of your life where you've been calling success in. One could be more shadowed or more intense for you to work on. The other could already be in the light. And the Chariot is the sensation of victory and success happening, okay? It looks like things don't move as quickly when you are not as firm with your emotional boundaries. I think that's been tricky because there's a little bit of a push and a pull, which means you know logically and consciously how important it is for you to protect your emotional well-being. I'm hearing welfare. Like you know this. But there can also be some subconscious or deeper layers of guilt about doing this, especially when it comes to doing that with certain people. Maybe it's not conscious guilt, but it could be unconscious. And it doesn't just have to be guilt, but it's just a war. It's a conflict in the self of like, I need to have these boundaries. I need to do what's right for me. And then also I feel really shitty for having boundaries and doing what's right for me because of the way it affects so-and-so. You know, it's that kind of a feeling. If it's not about who it affects, it could also be just the way that it affects certain things in your life. So there's kind of that contradiction here. With the Page of Pentacles on its side, you can also see that there is some kind of a new idea, a new energy, a fresh start, something exciting, a venture. Perhaps it's an investment, perhaps it's a new business idea, a place you want to live, a new relationship that you're wanting to nurture, a new way of dressing, like fashion, something, whatever it is, there's something new feeling, new money, new idea, new concept that is not, it's like it's almost delayed or it's not totally here yet because of some of this turmoil. And the Chariot, you can see the Chariot is balancing the two opposing forces. The Chariot's in the third person position with these two opposing forces balanced. The Chariot understands how to work with, balance, wield, and conquer, okay? And that's your energy. The Chariot is also very much in truth. It's in the light. It's in its authenticity. So I feel, again, the Chariot would be Aquarius energy really strongly here as well. Doesn't mean, of course, you have to be Aquarius, but it just has that influence. So I feel like this is your goal state of being, because yes, you cannot totally extinguish the side of you that cares or feels guilty when you let somebody down to take care of you, or the side of you that needs to take care of you, because sometimes we can neglect ourselves to the point of literal death. You know, it can be that extreme. Like we would actually neglect ourselves or sacrifice our boundaries to the point of death, you know. So a lot of that kind of stuff is under the surface. The emotional turmoil and pain can be so extreme and severe that it leads to depression, which leads to the suicidal thoughts, which leads to all of the intense stuff that comes up in us. Sorry, trigger warning. I should have warned before that little spiel came out, but it's just how intense it can actually be. So it's like you need both forces. You need to look out for yourself, and you also need to feel a certain way on the shadow end, where you are kind of not pacifying, but you are also considering in a way that makes you feel well what you need to consider. So again, victory finding the center, victory finding the neutral, victory finding the middle ground. You have success wielding both of these forces. If not yet, then very soon. If you don't know how, if you don't know where to start, just ask or state to the universe that you are open and willing to see that you want, or that you are, make a statement, not that you want, but make a statement that balance is mine. Show me balance, show me victory, show me success with these forces. Like, kind of demand it. I recently heard the metaphor of somebody going to an ATM and treating the universe like an ATM, and you don't like say, I want $3,000 out of the ATM and only get 200 and be like, oh, but I'm so grateful for this. Like, you need to command what you want. The universe is not a human. Parts of it, of course, act as human, but it's an entity of you that is you. So this is about kind of commanding what it is that you want to be in your life as if it is now. I am now doing this, having this, seeing this, show me this, give this to me. You know, it's this kind of a feeling. And then the gratitude comes when that happens. Let's keep going here. There's again that Three of Swords in reverse. So there's some kind of a strong heart healing taking place. Again, you are successful. Your overruling energy is victory and success in moving through all of this. So whatever this heartache you're healing from, mending from in the past is, whatever's coming up for you right now, it is helping you tremendously, and you're doing really well with it. There could even be some wounds here around having victory and success, or being seen, being recognized, being acknowledged. Maybe you feel like you've been overlooked or misunderstood, something in this line, and it feels like that is also something here that is getting worked on or getting touched on. That could even be part of what is going through a healing process in the heart space, is that Six of Wands energy on its side. It's not fully upright here, but it's the sensation that it is coming into that full upright position. For some of you, this overlooked energy as well can come from something with a communication block, like where you're not totally feeling like you're heard, or like you're able to speak clearly, like your truth is somehow blocked, your expression is blocked. So some of this healing is touching on that energy as well, okay? This could also be connected again to the parents. We kind of saw that early out. Of course, a lot of things stem from that energy, from our lineage, our ancestry, but of course there's also situations that you would have had that would have kind of replicated those initial experiences or built onto them in different relationships and aspects of your life since you were a child, right? So there could have been a recent ex or a recent job situation or something like this that is also reflecting those issues and giving a chance to see what has been happening here. And what I basically feel is just progress with actually being able to be okay being seen, okay being recognized. It's one thing to want to be seen, recognized, heard, or understood, but it's another thing if we have other beliefs and things inside of us that tell us it's actually a threat or wrong or bad as well to be seen or recognized, especially if we were shamed early on, or recently, whatever, but shamed or made to feel that how we are, who we are on the inside is wrong, that it's bad, that it's not enough, that it isn't worthy, that it's not a good thing somehow. So a lot of those beliefs seem to be coming up to light, and you know, we've been talking about this for a long time. The whole kind of spiritual community talks a lot about this stuff. This isn't new. I know this is stuff you guys are really familiar with here, but sometimes we revisit these with new perspectives, almost like in a video game, like when you go and you gain experience and then you come back and you regroup, you gain more experience, you come back and regroup. It's like you are gaining new perspectives, new ways to digest this. You're integrating this information, this knowledge, and you're working in different ways on these beliefs. You could almost look at it as well as like you've been in a process with a shovel of digging up rubble and digging up piles of stuff to reveal what is underneath there, and maybe for many years, for a long time for some of you. Okay, so what else is going on here? What other messages are here for you? Yeah, exactly this. This just confirms what we're talking about. For me, I really read judgment as something coming back up from the past, something being recalled, coming back around, having an opportunity as well. I'm hearing to be cleansed. Okay, so whatever this stuff is coming back, having an opportunity to be cleansed. It's not coming back to hurt you, haunt you. It's coming back to help you. Okay, it's coming back to help show you that further angle, to take a further step up or down, however you look at that, you know, into the psyche or up out of the depths. It's helping you progress in the direction that you need to progress. Let's look some more at this communication block. And a lot of family systems here showing through for sure. Let's show this communication block, please and thank you. I'm hearing your mother was once young. Interesting. This is also like, I'm hearing blessings showered down upon you, raining down upon you. I'm also getting a lot about the cycle of life and death and rebirth. Also, some of you have, like, regardless of your beliefs, you kind of have alien DNA, let's call it. Okay, and you may have had dreams or feelings or encounters, or just let's put it this way, reality being what it is, and so like your perception, if the storyline or the concept or the subject line of aliens, extraterrestrials, cosmic beings comes into your life awareness at all. You hear people talk about it, maybe often or commonly you see it around on social media. If that's a part of your awareness, it's somehow a part of you, period. Whatever is in your awareness, it's a part of you, okay? So it's no accident that you would come across informations like that. Also, Switzerland is sticking out a lot. Mountains, ice, skiing, Switzerland, glacier, north energy, Iceland as well, Greenland, Antarctica, just the Arctic in general coming through here. And this angel that shows up in the tarot a lot with red wings always reminds me of the angel Ariel. And then of course, you know, Michael can be there, but that really feels like angel energy, Archangel Ariel. And I keep getting a lot of duality in this reading as well, like a big focus again on your duality. So the shadow side and the light side, the animal side and the spirit side, which all one in the same. But it's like sometimes there's more of a pronounced divide between what we've pushed down and don't bring up consciously, what we put beneath the surface, and what we allow to show. I'm hearing more of what's been unshown or unseen is being seen, and it's freeing you. It's liberating you. It feels light to let it be seen. If you had let those parts of you be seen 5 years ago, it wouldn't have felt light. 10 years ago, it wouldn't have felt light. It would have felt icky. But you've progressed to a point or a location in your journey where when you let those parts show now, or let yourself be seen in those ways now, it actually feels like a relief, like a release, like it feels good, it feels light. And even if there's some parts of it that feel a little bit vulnerable or like, oof, I'm not super comfortable with this, in general, the good outweighs the bad, at least to a certain level. Okay, what else is here for you? Anything else about these? Communication blocks, temperance on its side. I wanted to talk about this as well. So you got a lot of angelic energy here. I'm not sure if you're seeing that, but it's really strong. Not just angelic, but also like extraterrestrial, both very strongly here. Temperance on its side, it feels like you are, again, progressing with this communication, acknowledgement of this communication block, or why things have been harder to express, or for your truth to come out, to come up, to be seen. It's like you are progressing on seeing this, and you could feel that something is starting to move, something is starting to shake loose, to come up. You know, it's happening. It's that feeling, and you're not totally there yet, but you're on your way, and it's just a matter of divine timing, really, where all the emotions fit in. So not like our Gregorian calendar timing, but our actual emotional timing, our timing aligned to what's going on with the stars, which you could argue is mutable. It changes, but this is really your timing, God's timing, universe timing. However you look at this, the emotions are doing things. They are making change. There is a process, a progress happening. There is a soup brewing. It needs to be made. It's going to be delicious, blah, blah. Let's keep going here. This is really nice. I feel that you have felt, I'm hearing the song hanging on, there's something hanging on by a thread, hanging on the edge, some kind of a song. It feels like 60s, 70s energy. I feel like it's a male singer. I feel like it's a black male singer, but I can't think of the name of him. It's like barely there, the song, something hanging on the edge or hanging on a thread. Anyways, this era, this energy, it's really strongly here. There could have been some stuff you really felt like a failure about, and maybe you kind of buried that deep in you. This could have been small or big events, small or big moments in your life. It doesn't really matter, but they're pivotal. Age 17 and 18 could have been significant, connected to this failure kind of feeling, okay? This is also something that's re-emerging or coming up for you to look at and make peace with, essentially, okay? And not just make peace with it like totally, but to regain a sense of hope that could have been lost when you felt like that part of you was taken. When we feel like we failed, a part of us feels like it's taken. Maybe it's our voice or our confidence or our ability to believe in ourselves at a certain level, or a spark in us, or something like this. That feels like something that's also getting returned here or coming back to you, or you could be unraveling at a deeper level the logic and the emotion in what actually happened versus how you've been viewing it. So part of you viewed it as you failed, or you were totally just slammed, you know. But another part of you might be able to see, again, at a deeper level, because it's one thing to see it consciously. It's another thing when it's in your dreams and it's going deeper down. Another part of you might be able to actually comprehend it not just being so linear as you somehow failed, or you somehow let something down, or you weren't enough, but to actually see that it wasn't like this, not fully, that there was more here, and that actually also seeing your intentions. I'm seeing the letter G, and I'm seeing like peace signs. So again, the 60s, 70s, that era is really sticking out strongly. Right, what else is here for you guys? There's so much information in this that I find myself having troubles to articulate fully all that's coming up. It's very abstract, some of it. So yeah, this is an old cycle that has repeated again and again and again and again in your life in big and small ways. to this day, there's parts of your life that you could feel like you've failed at, or that you feel are divided, or you feel you're overlooked, or scared to be seen again unconsciously. You know, there's something like this. There could have been some commitment issues for you in the past as well. But for the most part, this feels like a cycle that's not been broken. It feels like a cycle that's really been, you know, repeating and replicated again and again. Not just in your life, but in your parents' life, their parents, your ancestry, your lineage. Like, it's been replicated. And the Ace of Wands on its side is a very interesting energy to me. It feels like you've channeled more into the doing. Like the No Doubt song, Don't Speak, comes to mind. So it's like the feeling that you've been able to channel some of what you haven't been able to express or speak into the doing, the creating, the passion, the expressing on a physical or on a spiritual. And I hear you don't totally know where you're going yet, or you don't totally know that you're going there yet, but you will. But you'll know when you get there, basically. And that's kind of the energy that you're in, or the mood you're in, the mindset. What else is here for who is watching? Please and thank you. Knight of Cups is here as well, which talks a lot about new ideas. Okay, this could be offering romance, being offered romance, but it could also be new creative ideas, new emotional avenues, a new emotional system. It's like you've developed your emotional system. You've developed it. It's gotten better for you. You've found something that's working for you. So you're able to have a healthy guard and still offer yourself and remain neutral and have a sensation of gratitude and autonomy and also worthiness. It's not to your peak level yet, but it's like you've developed something and you've evolved it and it is working for you. Okay, eventually it would become a comfort zone, this environment that you're developing emotionally for yourself. But at this time, it's very useful for you and it helps you moving forwards to be basically how you need to be to get through what you need to get through coming up. The moon, very subconscious, unconscious energies here. I also feel a little bit of like a fed up thing coming. This could be with the family, but like finally seeing through those illusions, seeing into them, being tired of the sneakiness or the illusions or the games or the two-faced or behind the back. Also a lot of people, this could be in family and otherwise, they seem to watch you. They seem to analyze you. They seem to crave something. Like they look at you and they almost crave. And it's funny because it's threatening in one way that they do this. It feels icky, but at the same time, something about what they carry is kind of part of your healing journey. You know, the very things that can hurt us can also be our medicine at the same time. With, you know, take that with a grain of salt, take that within the right context. But sometimes it's the things that hurt are the things that we need. Not always, because we don't want to be attached to pain and be like, oh, I have to hurt to grow. That's not it. It's just that sometimes these people where there's all these pains and things and these hard journeys and we're separated from them, they are reflecting something in ourselves we're separated from that holds our healing. And justice just confirms that. This is all about balance, you know, that Libran energy. This is also, there's a lot of beauty, of course, with the Libran energy. You could be more attracted to the color red or yellow. Right now, great color therapy is always a good thing. It strengthens your intentions, right? But this justice energy, it is getting some kind of balance in standing in the truth. And it is also that you could be gaining some kind of literal energetic justice. Yeah, that can be legality, but I feel like that's energetic justice coming through. All right, anything else for you guys coming up, coming in, coming through here? Please be strength. This is your vulnerability. It takes a lot of vulnerability to see the illusion. It's elusive. to go deep down into what's hidden, into the depths. There can be a lot of sadness there, a lot of grief and loss and pain, okay, even addiction. For some of you, either could be alcoholism, like in the family. That could be something that, you know, you've connected with at some point, but there's this feeling of not being able to fill the void, and the void being very full of deep emotional pain, okay, and loss, and also you feeling like you're helpless, you feeling like you don't have any strength to deal with this, or to be against, to stand up against, or support, you know, it's the sensation of helplessness. Anything else your guides would like to say? You have a lot more capability than you realize, however. Three of Wands, you have more options than you realize, okay? They're acknowledging in the past you were down on your luck for a while as well. And I'm continuing to see the Eight of Swords in reverse on the bottom of the deck. So you've been freeing yourself from a lot of mental cages and fear with that energy showing through. And I also feel like you're just redefining the life, redefining yourself, redefining what you want, where you want to go. I think you're also not aware of the spirits that stand with you. I feel like there's a person in your life that is almost like a spirit as well as a person, that you can tangibly hold them, see them, like they're a physical being. But they are maybe between the worlds, or they support you spiritually as well. And I feel like there's these two others that stand with you that you're not aware of. But they're always there, present and protecting. No matter how many times you deprive or ignore or cut them down, unintentionally, whatever, they're always there. It's unconditional. They're also talking about releasing the guilt for you. And I also feel like the forest, both the desert and the forest are really interesting landscapes for you, for your mind. If you ever do meditations, if you want to roam the desert or breathe in the forest, that's great. If you can literally do it, even, you know, better, great. But these are really good landscapes for you, really good settings for you that can assist you a lot with just your mental, your spiritual, all of it, okay? It also looks like you could be going through some kind of a new journey here connected to, we say it's a new journey, but it's a new journey with the past. This is a past life connection. Okay, this could be a lover. This could be somebody you're already with, or it could be a new person, but it's like you've known them before. They're also very connected to your family somehow. This doesn't have to be literal, but it's like you could recognize them, soul family, or they have similarities with your family group in this life, or there's these intense soul ties, family ties, past life ties, like this kind of an energy, but they are a love for you. This is a new journey, a new start with them, or you are making peace so that you can renew with them, so that you can start again with them, so that you can offer them what you want to offer them. It's that kind of a feeling. You could be somebody that gives it all as well for love, like you give it all for the feeling of connecting, like you're very strong, like love, or very innocent heart, mind, pure. Like when you give with love, it's like you really give to it in that pure energy. And that could be something that we see happening here. This could also be how the person you're connecting with is, depending on what side of the coin you're on. You could both be like this, okay? But this is a very strong storyline here. This could even indicate a revival. And lastly, the energy I'm going to pull for you, and then we'll close up, is this. So this is very much like you feel you're getting more organized, more put together all the time in many ways. You're feeling like you're going through a maturing, an understanding, a clarifying, and things are just not as immature, messy, or haphazard as they once were for you. It's that constant process of evolution. Not that they were ever messy or haphazard, but you could have viewed it like this. So you guys, that's what we have for you. I send everybody so much love. We send you so much love. Thank you always for receiving. We will see you next time, and take care.